But no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen?
KINGTUCK, GGL.
The guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Running it with Dickerson. And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
KINGTUCK 313 GGL.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Oh, la la.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed
got a little
bump there
delay
with
on
that
it, so
throw
people
partner.
won't be
The
able to
defense had other
this.
ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series.
Nigga like you. Cheating ass nigga like you.
On the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have him looking at 3rd and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Deacon Jones able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and the opening drive of the game yields 3. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They'll start on the ground here on first down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Just playing.
Yeah, that's what I asked. Montana. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
That's a little pass.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, they go to Dickerson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
John
So
Randall.
much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
From just shy of midfield, Montana. And that's off the mark.
Incomplete.
Put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll run now with Dickerson. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Montana going for it on 4th. That one complete to Okoye.
Got a 1st down.
The Dolphins' 1st down as they manage to convert.
Got a 1st down.
Keep the drive alive. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Thought you got that. Oh, you got it. Got it. Got it. Right.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Dickerson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Montana.
Ooh, overthrew it.
Off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They will look to throw. Montana. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Dickerson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
It ain't like I ain't made you jump on stars one day.
Second down. Defensive end getting off the ball quickly, swarming the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On second down now, Dickerson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
On second down, Dickerson. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Nice.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Montana to throw. And that is incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Butker's kick here is good, and the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the little bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot.
This is the first time playing him.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow.
It's my first time playing, Lala.
2 yards. Second down now.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones They have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. On second down now, Dickerson. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
That.
A play fake and now Herbert to throw. Rush coming and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Defense look.
3rd and long. It's Herbert. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner, and that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Gonna get light outside. It's about 7:30 in the morning.
Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the 2nd half gets started. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past
About
the
to knock
30.
the shit out of him.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Look up
Be
there.
out of bounds just shy of the 40. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of were counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
1st and 10 for Montana and company.
Give me that, sir. Give me that.
One that's intercepted.
Picky
Pro
sicky.
Bowl safety Cam Chancellor, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
He know not to put it in the air. Better keep it on the ground.
Hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give him the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. Yeah, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done. But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far.
Oh, that should, I was supposed to be 7.
So after the incompletion on first,
7
now
right
2nd
there.
and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
Go right there. There you go, right there.
It's complete. And they rattle off a big one. 41 yards. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It was Cam Chancellor that time, the big hitting safety who fired in there to blow that play up. On 2nd and goal, Herbert.
Better than
Takes a
that.
shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On 3rd down, Dickerson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
What you gonna do?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next
What you gonna do?
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last
A bit of orange out there, buddy.
They can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception.
Bit of orange out there.
Game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another.
I look better, though.
Exactly
I look better.
Right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit.
Come on, put it in the air.
To try and get to the ball even faster.
And he's got the hook
Like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now Montana. It's a short one here.
Thought I had that. I thought I had that. I thought I had that.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a
I honestly thought I had that one.
A little shallower than normal as he works.
You thought I had it too.
He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Oh no.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely
Right
break off
pop.
a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on third down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely do they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a first down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Dickerson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the 35 on 2nd down, Montana. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
5 steps up, 10 steps back.
Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Oh,
We
sir.
are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down.
Your favorite?
To throw is Montana. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
You was cold, Lala. I had to send some heat at you. You was cold. I had to send some heat to you.
Going to try to throw for it with Montana. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account the game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. Right back to him on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. It's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
He's scary.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone.
Nothing
An
scary
excellent
about
play.
him.
One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming.
Think so?
This is 3rd and long. Herbert. And he comes back with one complete.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's
Remember, you gotta put it in the air.
Taken down. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to break our fourth quarter tie. Tucker's kick is good.
You gonna have
and they take
just remember,
the
you
lead
gonna have to put it in the air.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them
Great
a
game.
lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
All right, where we going? Back to the basics.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Up the middle they go. Dickerson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
How would that play?
No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On second down, Dickerson. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
If they get nothing else here on third down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
He'll look to throw.
Give me that. Oh! That was the fucking game.
Probably should have been.
Damn!
He caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on fourth down.
Partner,
Got that fucking rabbit's foot in your pocket, Lala.
And I think for you and me, let's think
Got a
along
fucking
with the
rabbit's
offensive
foot in your
coordinator
pocket.
now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Lala, you got a rabbit's foot
So
in
in
your
the final
pocket.
minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does
swear
not
to God.
disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But
That was supposed to have been to the house right there.
Because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Yeah, Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
He finds his man, complete. That's Gonzalez. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Herbert gonna throw.
Uh-oh.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Regulation game, dog. A regulation game.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession.
Don't forget NFL rules, Lala. NFL rules.
If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
Stop the mojo. Ready?
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession,
we played one game last year, right?
Meticulously as all teams plan for a game.
Didn't play this year.
I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet. He's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're at OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13, Montana. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and...
Uh-oh!
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. What a big-time interception that is here on the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, they're already knocking on the door with a short field. Remember, all they need is 3 points to win this game.
And that thinking just can't limit them on offense. The playbook should still be wide open. Get a first down, maybe 2. Do it safely. Nice throws that your quarterback can make. Nice runs that your running backs like. but make sure you get yourself in position and let your kicker have at it.
On second down now, Dickerson. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I'm keeping it simple for you.
Looked like even if he had opted to keep that,
Keeping it simple.
I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side
game.
get paid too.
And he got it.
Dusted Lala off.
In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the
Hey,
end.
on the string. On the string.
Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And look, both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner. Let's face it. Any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
Wing tight specialist. Throwing these Mean Joe Greens on the block. Hey, on the stream. On the stream, man. On the stream, man. Yeah.
Brandon Gaunt and Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game. And you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
A short kick taken at the 18.
Thought I was the only one.
Herbert to throw right away.
That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Herbert off of play action.
Man open downfield, it's Metcalf.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Yeah, they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Herbert now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I didn't even use none of my
Tucker's
offense,
kick is
really.
good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3.
I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles.
Really used none of it.
All that passing, it does get them the 3-0
I
lead.
kept it basic.
I think what we saw there, partner, was the true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Murray. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
26. Inside. Get 300. Jump out.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long?
Didn't have to.
They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll
Good
get
night,
maybe
Irene.
a couple, if that, up to the 46.
Jump out.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Yeah, I'm in another game.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that
I ain't got to prove
behind
myself
his
no more,
man. He
Lala.
missed him, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Rodgers again now. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them
Don't
back to the
forget,
drawing
we had a
board.
pick in that game. We had 2 picks in that game.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Now it's Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's Murray. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
26.
On first down, Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Bunny hot.
A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Hey, take 26.
Now Rodgers. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Over.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Run.
Campus hero. Campus hero.
Go. Plant.
Here's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Murray. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really
Don't make
generate
no sense to
big
do
plays
those
for an offense.
those collections. Oh, for the DP.
Throwing is Rodgers. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And he will have a Giants 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground.
The quickest way to get those up is to the weekend league and the seasons.
Intercepted. Picked off by Chris McAllister. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
You've got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you wonder if they'll just take this 3-0 lead to the locker room. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Rodgers now on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Rodgers now to throw. Touchdown, Giants. CeeDee Lamb, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Raiders.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Second half starts with a run by Murray. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They go with Murray again. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Rodgers now on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Murray.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll give up the gut for Murray. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Hey, take 26.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up
quarter
running a
in.
crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shot.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Herbert. He'll get that to his tight end, Casper. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown. Dave Casper, 60 yards. And his guys are going to retake the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fields this way up at the 17. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the 2nd half.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete as well.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Dickerson trying the right side. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 60 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to them?
And he'll get this to the 32. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Donald Parham, 26 yards. And the Giants have taken a 4th quarter lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. The 30. 10, 5. And he will score. Touchdown. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one. That puts them in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Well, that score you just added on the board will energize them Or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And some room to work. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Now Rodgers.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Picked off by Chris McAllister. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got room. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
In the air. Anybody else free Infamous? See me? Infamous trying to protect his record. He don't want to play me now. Oh, actually, I beat a motherfucker over there, so I beat a motherfucker over. I beat him. I beat him. Play Lala. I beat Lala.
And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth.
Players
Hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play.
Yeah.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away.
Yeah.
And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Dickerson on the handoff. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A carry for Dickerson.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. To throw Mariota. He's going to look deep for more. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Herbert off of play action. He's going to let it go again. And he fires one that's intercepted.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I question his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Hey, infamous butter on.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
I don't know if she.
Second down, Mariota. Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space, because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On 3rd down, Mariota. Over the middle, complete. That's more. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run on 1st down. Dickerson, and this time they were ready for him, as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Play fake, Mariota. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They just get the play off. Now Mariota in trouble, and he's taken down. Sacked there by Bruce Smith. No score after one on EA Sports. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Let's go.
On 4th down, Herbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Dickerson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a give left side. It's Dickerson. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football. Still searching for that first breakthrough, and I thought this might be it. But it's not to be, and we're still scoreless.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Here we go, sack.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the 8-time Pro Bowler, Steve Atwater.
And the Texans are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Three.
Mariota. And he can't get away. Mariota goes down, and that is going to be a safety.
Normally, when we think about big swings and scores before a half, we think offense, but this time, their defense made the play. Instant pressure off the snap, and they weren't going to let him find a way to escape.
Taking it about the 16. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but on Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Inside give to Dickerson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Third and long here for Mariota. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Steve Atwater with a pick. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third
that's
down
new
attempt,
animation
and their
scene.
mistake cost them points because they're inside
That's
the
a
red
new
zone.
animation.
So you know
I've
you got
never
at least
seen
a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Rod Woodson with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier
I
about
don't
spreading
care
the
about
ball
tomorrow,
around
brother.
in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mariota. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they will jump out in front here with a very unusual scoreline of 3-2. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 1-point game through 2 quarters as we get rolling here in this second half. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is incomplete.
Should have made that.
Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
A third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. And the Texans are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mariota now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Mariota. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because
Come on, man. Why is he throwing a ball like that?
Interception. Picked up by Rob Woodson. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Running it with Dickerson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. Gonzalez's kick is good. And 2 field goals now mean they take a rare 6-2 lead. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these 2 defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Here's Eric Dickerson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. J.J. Watt, his 2nd sack of the night.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Here we go, shot.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Who the fucking ball?
Breaking through to drop him. That's Perrion Winfrey.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
Ready, ready.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing is Mariota. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will stay a 4-point game. Now, this was still going to be a 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, still a one-possession game. Remember, it could have been 2 after they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but their defense holds strong, and so this is a huge possession coming up here.
You're certainly right about that, partner, and a lot of people look at them going for it on 4th down as a failure when they didn't get it. But there's also their way of saying, hey, we have confidence in our defense because they went out and held them, getting the ball right back for them. So nice stand for them. Momentum can swing back to their side if they have a good drive here.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Let's go now.
Going to give it up the middle. Here's Dickerson. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gonzalez. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They'll run now with Dickerson, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Herbert. And it's caught. Touchdown. Dave Casper from 6 yards away as his guys are able to regain the lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Yeah, Sim, what you got?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Mariota. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
To throw, Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
This offense has had its troubles moving the ball all night. So now you get in this situation, hard to imagine that suddenly they're going to start clicking and moving the ball downfield.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Here's Mariota. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get.
Oh, see. You ready?
For third down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get
Pressure.
a timeout
Boom,
call.
boom, boom, boom. Pressure.
A big one coming now for the kickers and Gonzalez. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime.
Hard to do this from way back there, see.
And the
Oh!
He needed a little help there
He
from the
made it!
crossbar, but
Get
carry
the
goes his
fuck
way.
out
So
of
a teaching
here.
moment here. Overtime rules remind us how this
That
goes. partner.
motherfucker hit the
Okay,
front
so
of the
in past,
crossbar.
we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after
Jimmy
both
hit the
teams
front
get
of
a
the
possession,
crossbar
then
under
we're into
pressure.
sudden death.
Pressure
First
kick.
team to score wins the game.
And then
4
win in.
quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
That's good.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, and it's intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the fourth quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered the lead, got to overtime, had a chance to redeem themselves, and now they put the game in jeopardy with another pick. And guess what? Their defense has to hold.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, Dickerson. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game there is really kind of gravy. And this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want. The right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. This to win it in overtime.
Good game, man.
And
Good
he
game.
got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Texans are going to win the football game.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what